Chapter 81, Deluded. Hyunki and Riel got into an altercation about Reeler's pregnancy and Sarah's. Having settled the issue, Hyun was happy about Reeler's pregnancy and revealed to Riel that their child and she were all that mattered to him. The couple settled their misunderstanding amicably, then Hyun went back to work. He planned to go home early to be with Riel when he received a call. "Hello, Hyunki? It is Rowan. There is something I would want to discuss with you. Could you spare me some time?" Hyunki looked at his watch, then replied, "I couldn't make it today. How about tomorrow, before going to my work? I'll drop by at your headquarters first. Would that be convenient for you?" "Okay, that's a good idea. I'll see you then. Give my regards to your wife." Then both disconnected their call. While at work, Hyun thought about Sarah and wondered if Reeler's condition was identical to hers. He thought of giving a surprise visit to Sarah before going home. While driving along the road to Sarah's place, he already wanted to go home to be with his pregnant wife. Still, having thought of seeing Sarah first, to know her condition, he told Junie to speed up so they could go home soonest. "Junie, park the car far from Sarah's house, and don't let your Aunt Amanda know we were coming. I want to surprise Sarah." Junie nodded. Hyunki walked along the pavement, and Junie followed suit. Aunt Amanda was tending the garden when she saw them approaching. He hushed Aunt Amanda to be quiet. She briskly walked to the gate and opened it, subsequently complaining, "Those two girls were playing loud music, hurting my eardrums. Could you please tell Sarah to lower down the volume whenever she wants to listen to her music?" "Sir, Hyunki?" Hyunki smiled and nodded, then quietly opened the main door. He peeped in to check if Sarah was inside the living area, then discreetly padded toward her bedroom. And when he slowly turned the doorknob and peeped through the door without making any noise, he got shocked. Sarah was dancing to rock music with Lily. She was leaping and shaking her body, uncaring if she would have miscarriage for the baby in her womb. It made Hyunki fume in anger. He pushed the door heavily, which startled Sarah and Lily. He quickly grabbed Sarah's arm and forcibly pulled it angrily. "What is this all about, Sarah?" Hyunki shouted. Seeing Hyunki so angry, Sarah trembled, was horrified, and fought back to be released. At the same time, Lily froze and became upset and fidgety. Sarah begged Hyunki to stop. "Please, you're hurting me." Hyunki pushed her by the wall. "What do you think you're doing? Huh? You were shaking and leaping as if you were not pregnant. You never cared if you would have a miscarriage. Huh? And look at you. Look at your belly. It had grown big already. Is this how you would care for that thing growing inside you?" Hyunki pointed to Sarah's belly. At this time, she was wearing the silicone baby bump. Hyunki placed his hand on Sarah's baby bump to feel it, but felt something odd. Sarah forcefully removed his hand from her belly, but Hyunki pushed his body close to her stomach. "You don't want me to touch your baby bump, but you encaringly shake and leap while dancing. Will my touch hurt your belly more, rather than your dancing?" Sarah was on her edge, her heart beating rapidly. At the same time, Lily got so tensed and terrified of what Hyunki might discover. Hyunki felt Sarah's hesitation and saw a fearful, apprehensive look in her eyes. He fixed her with an unwavering stare. "All of you, get out of this room. Leave Sarah and me," Hyunki ordered. With a terrified look, Lily couldn't take her eyes off Sarah as she moved out of the room with Aunt Amanda. Lily was crying uncontrollably. She was so afraid for Sarah. Lily was silently praying, "Good heavens, don't let Hyunki discover that Sarah's pregnancy is not real." At the same time, Aunt Amanda was worried for Sarah because of her condition, that she might get too stressed out by Hyunki's anger, which could lead to a miscarriage. At that moment of their aloneness, Hyunki got closer to Sarah while pinned to the wall. He pulled Sarah's chin to lift her face, pressed his lips to hers, and kissed her passionately. He brushed his lips down to her neck, then to her nape. As Sarah was weakened out of thrill from his passionate kisses, he pulled her waist toward his body, and felt something unusual. He paused. He felt something odd behind Sarah's waist. Sarah instantly got conscious that she grabbed both Hyunki's hands away from her waist and pushed him toward the bed. Hyun, smiling mischievously, told her to raise her skirt. "I wanted to see your baby bump, Sarah." "Show it to me." Sarah was nervous and swayed her head. "No, I'm not yet ready to show it to you. I feel awkward baring my belly to you." Hyunki smirked and said in annoyance, "You were not awkward to bare yourself whenever we make love. And now you feel uncomfortable? I was the one who impregnated you, didn't I? So, it is just right to see your baby bump, because the thing there was mine, right?" She vehemently refused. and he became impatient, turned deaf to her protest. He forcefully pulled Sarah's dress close to him, and it ripped. His eyes grew wide, gasped in surprise. His indescribable face turned to rage. "What is this?" Hyun-ki pinched, and then pulled the silicone from her waist. "I'm asking you, what is this?" Hyun-ki was flagging the fake belly to her face, almost collapsed in shock. "Where did you get this fake belly?" Sarah was wringing her hands, terribly trembling, and was at a loss for words. He slapped Sarah hard, and couldn't take what was before him. Sarah fell on the floor, felt giddy, and her vision blurred, and then she wailed. She knelt, raised her hands, rubbed her palms together, and asked for his mercy. "Please forgive me, Hyun. I did this because I love you so much, and I don't want to lose you," Sarah pleaded. "I already felt that something was odd, yet you continue to lie on my face. You said you love me? Not wanting to lose me, that's why you made a fool out of me? You made me a fool, Sarah. And now you want me to believe that you were genuinely pregnant? I don't get it. I don't. And then what, Sarah? After 9 months of waiting, where will you get a newly born child to present to me as our child? Where and how? Sarah, would you kidnap someone else's baby and make me own it? You're crazy. No, you're insane. Completely insane. My God, what kind of person are you? Huh? Are you a human being? I see you now as a heartless being. You're an effing fraud, an effing bitch. What more can I say? Huh? You're a hateful whore. Disgusting. Nauseous. I couldn't stand you. Everyone outside Sarah's room was shocked by Hyun-ki's ball, mixed with anger and frustration, and Sarah's whimpering. Lily was shaking in fear and started to sob, and Aunt Manda came to her, then asked what could be the problem. Lily couldn't reply but kept crying, afraid for her friend. Hyun-ki's face was so dim and angry when he left the room. He was infuriated and humiliated. He sat on the couch in the living area, drenched in sorrow, then covered his face, sniffling. He felt so distraught and thought that, never in his life, he had been fooled and made an idiot. Hyun-ki was sorrowfully mumbling, "She had me fooled. I could never imagine she would make a fool out of me. I felt so stupid, and she made me an idiot. What an obsessed devil she could be." He stood outside, heaved for air, then took out his smartphone and tapped a name from his contacts. "Rowan, it is Hyun-ki. I have 2 persons in my custody right now, and I want you to arrest them. I'll text you the address, and please hurry." Rowan announced to his men that they'll be making an arrest, and so they hurriedly drove to the given location. While waiting for Detective Rowan, Junie approached Hyun-ki, awaiting for his instructions. "Sir, what will we do with Sarah and Lily?" With a rugged look, Hyun-ki said, "Could you help me get rid of them, Junie?" Sarah was not human, and had to be buried 6 feet below the ground. Junie got scared and perspired. "Sir, you know that I am loyal to you, but to make me a partner in crime? I'm sorry, sir, but I am leaving." Junie quickly turned his back, and was about to run off. Hyun-ki got hold of Junie's shoulder. Then suddenly, Hyun-ki was shaking with laughter. "Oh, Junie, it was just a joke. I am releasing this tension and anger in my inner being. I had never imagined that I could get involved with someone obsessive and deranged." Junie heaved a sigh of relief, smiled, and asked again, "Then what are you going to do with Sarah, sir? And how about her friend, Lily? Both collaborated in this fake pregnancy." I called Detective Rowan, and they're coming for the arrest. A little later, the police arrived. Junie led Detective Rowan to Sarah's bedroom. "Are we arresting 2 ladies, Hyun-ki? And on what ground?" asked Detective Rowan as his men placed handcuffs on them. "For faking pregnancy, and both of them collaborated in this plan. Was there such a crime?" "Here is the evidence," said Hyun-ki, handing them the silicone baby bump. "It falls under fraud, and it is a criminal offense. These 2 ladies' intention lies within deceit and false representation, and the judge could rule that out. Are you sure you would pursue this?" While Rowan and Hyun-ki were discussing, Devin looked closely at Sarah. "I knew. I saw you from somewhere." Devin thought about his smartphone, and then compared her face to the photo from his mobile. He quickly approached Rowan and told him what he had discovered. Rowan and Devin walked away from Hyun-ki and talked. "Sir, I am very sure of it. She was the perpetrator." Hyun-ki became curious about their serious conversation, and asked them, "What seems to be the problem, detectives? I want you to come to the headquarters tomorrow, Hyun-ki, to file your complaint. There was also a new development in your wife's case, so you must come to the headquarters," said Rowan. I'll be there tomorrow, after I drop Riel at her workplace. As the police took Sarah and Lily to the police car, Sarah once more cried and begged Hyun for mercy, but he just lowered his gaze, turned his back away from her, and remained mum and deaf. Could Sarah escape the grave troubles she caused?